Right now, tens of millions of people are telling an AI things they've never told any human being. Because it's easier, they don't judge you, it feels real, and frankly, because it feels good. So AI is taking a new place in our lives right now, and we are building a relationship with them. But a relationship can be many things, and AI is probably not going to replace them all. So here's your question today. Will our relationships be replaced by AI, and which ones are safe? But the future is probabilistic. On this channel, we don't predict the future, we put numbers to it, based on the latest survey, health data, and lab studies coming out right now. First relationship, everyday talk. Start easy. The person you talk to at 11 at night when nobody else is awake. ChatGPT alone now gets 18 billion messages a week from 700 million people. Nearly half of these users are between 18 and 25, and it's mainly advice for their actual life. And whatever age you are, maybe for you too, it's sometimes just about talking. Odds that this is a normal habit by 2035, 95%. And that's not a surprise. Second relationship, friendship. Now it gets more personal. Over half of American adults already say that they've had a relationship with an AI as a friend or as a confidant. And when it comes to teens, a third of them say they have chosen AI over an actual person to discuss something serious in their life. The platform people feel closest to isn't even a companion app, it's just ChatGPT. Now look ahead. By 2035, AI gets a real personality. You can tune it to your own. It learns from you. It becomes in sync with you, so much that you will sometimes feel like it has a conscience. And it will finally have a physical body. That AI will bring you moments of joy, comfort when you're sad, and you will spend a lot of time with it, not just talking, but playing, cooking, doing things that you would do with your actual human friends. Odds that AI counts as a close friend of yours by 2035, I hope you're well seated. It's 75%. Relationship 3, body and mind. Doctors and therapists. This one is not a relationship per se, but it's a way people interact with AI, expecting diagnostics, advice, or relief through therapy. And in all of this, there is a lot of emotional involvement. First, doctors. I made a whole video on this. You can check it here if you haven't done it yet. Today, 1 in 4 American adults have already used AI instead of or alongside a doctor. 40% of them skipped the follow-up with a real doctor. And for mental health, not only is it 60%, but half of these users are using it for real therapies, and a third of them finding better than their own therapist. Still, most people say that they trust their real doctor's word more when they're face-to-face. Odds that this becomes mainstream for your body and your mind by 2035, 65%. Relationship 4, family and the deepest bonds. Marriage, raising a child, the person who sits next to you at the very end. That's the AI's limit. We're in the safe zone here. Are we? Well, I thought we were, but when preparing this video, I found out companion robots like LIQ already sit in some elderly people's homes, and a review of 19 studies found that they measurably cut loneliness in isolated seniors. There's still resistance among seniors, but over time, this will change. And it goes further than seniors. In China, researchers tested baby robots on couples and found that just holding one of them significantly increased their desire to actually have kids. In a country begging its population to have more children, that's not a toy, that's a policy tool. I know, you probably feel that it's creepy and a robot baby isn't normal yet, but between a fertility crisis in most rich countries and the very real emotional benefits of these dolls, don't be shocked if robot babies become normal in the future. Odds that AI becomes normal for these relationships in 2035, only 20%, but this figure rapidly increases by the end of the century. And you're probably thinking, what about romantic love? Well, I'll get to that in a minute. Now here's the twist. Half of American adults already said that they felt lonely way before any AI existed. A Harvard study found that AI companions ease loneliness about as well as talking to a real person. And people underestimate how much this helps. But a separate study by MIT and OpenAI tracking 40 million real conversations, found the opposite for the heaviest users. The more they relied on the chatbot every day, the lonelier they got and the less they saw actual people. So like many things in life, it's the dosage that make it harmful. You have to find the right balance for you. So the verdict, by 2035, plenty of us will have real AI friends, not just a gimmick, an actual one that knows you, remembers you, does things with you. The hard part will be to make sure that it's not your only friend. But wait, there's one relationship that we skipped: romantic love. Here's why. 1 in 5 American adults already say that they've chatted with an AI built to act like their partner. Among young men, it's closer to 1 in 3. That's not a number I can drop in one line and just move on. That's next week's whole video. Will people prefer AI partners over real ones by 2035? This was Future Odds. Subscribe today, and I'll see you in the future.